Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Marvel Legends Sandman from Spider-Man No Way Home. Please stay till the end to know a random fact. Okay, here's the packaging for the Marvel Sandman from Spider-Man No Way Home. Sandman in his sandy form. I've already opened it, so I've already played with it a little, but not much. Cool picture of them on the back. There's 3 Spider-Men. So, not much to the box. Morning, small parts. So let's take a look at him out of the box. And here Sandman is out of the packaging. Got him in this cool pose. Has Spidey pinned. And if you're wondering about this mace looking thing on his hand, he didn't come with that. It came with this Sandman. Just the classic retro collective Sandman. So you can switch the accessory parts with the sand, which is really cool. I'll show you that later in the video. So now let's take a look at Sandman's accessories. Here are Sandman's accessories. So he first comes with a pair of open grabbing type hands, and they're not identical to each other. This one is more like a grasp, like a fingering grasp, I guess, and this one is like a claw grab. His right hand is. Little bumpy there for the sand effects on his hands. Pretty good. He comes with his sand effects to put on his arm, so you can put these big hands on. Big grabbing hands he comes with. And these sand effects do have a left and right, but it doesn't really matter. But it does help with this left one, as we'll see later. It could help make his hand go up more like this, because it has a curve there. But the right one doesn't seem to have that. Maybe right, but we'll have to see later. So now let's look at the figure himself. Here's what Sandman's gonna look like when you first take him out of the package. He's gonna have his fisted hands on him, and he has a rocky texture throughout his whole body. Nice sand effect. Nice face sculpt. So, let's take a look at his articulation. So, his head can go up about that far, and his head doesn't go down that much, but just about there. He can go side to side pretty good, and spin his head all the way around. And the reason for his head movement not being so good as going down is because of how the way they made his ball joint there. Normally they have it on a peg and a little hinge there, instead of both balls like this. Normally have it like this most of the time, but they've done this before. So that's the reason for that. And his arms can go all the way around. He can make a T shape with his arms going up. Got a bicep swivel. Got double jointed elbows, which is good for all figures. And he comes, and with all of his hands go up and down. He can spin his hand, got wrist up and down. And with the Marvel Legends, you either have an up and down like this, or a side to side, depending on where they have the joint there. In this case, all of his hands go up and down. And his he's got his diaphragm here, can go crunch down about there. Not much crunching there. You can go back like this. You can go side to side, and you can go round like this. He can spin his top torso all the way around, or diaphragm there. And he can kick about this high. He can go back about there. Got double jointed knees right here. He can point his foot down. He can bring his foot up about there. Up here, you got ankle rotation there. It looks like he broke his ankle or sprained it really, really bad. And go this way as well on both. And his feet has like wider for the sandy part, like how they designed it, make it look sandy, and the design helps him have more balance there to counter his big hands. This one you have to be careful. The Marvel Legends Retro Collective one, you have to be careful in how you put him if you want to put his big mace piece and fisted hand on him. You can switch their sand parts, their big hands and maces and hands like I showed before, but when in doing it, I would use the sand accessory that comes with the like the big hand. For the big hand, you use that hand accessory or sand accessory for it, sand effect for it. So he can do that, but the sand doesn't match this sand color, which isn't going to be that bad. But see, he can switch there. You can switch the Spider-Man No Way Home Sandman with the classic Sandman, and you can put the classic Sandman stuff on the No Way Home one, which is a cool that they did that. So you can make him have a fist hand and punch Spidey, which is really cool. So there's that, and here's a comparison for the two real quick. After I put the No Way Home Sandman's hand on the classic one. So here's what it's gonna look like. So here they are standing together. The classic Sandman is more beefier. The other Sandman is a little skinny. And this Sandman would be good for like in the Spider-Man 2 game. The new Spider-Man 2 game with Venom, Spider-Man PS5 game. This Sandman would be cool. You could have Sandman make clones of himself like in the game. And you can buy multiples of these and make an army of Sandmans to attack Spidey. Which would be cool. Whoops. Now let's look at this real quick. This is the right one that has the R on it. So this one does have a little thing, so I guess it does help, but it doesn't really matter which side you put that on, the sand effect on. They both have a little curve there you could line up to make his hand more movable. There. So, let's take a look at some figure comparisons. Here he is next to the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire from the SH Figure Arts. The Spider-Man to his universe, or the Sandman to this Spider-Man's universe. The Sandman is taller than him, which is nice. So there they are together. Now let's look at a few more Spideys. 2 more Spideys. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. And the Mezco classic comic book Spider-Man. Look really nice together, especially this one, the Mezco one. Looks nice with them. There's the Amazing Fantasy one. But the Mezco one looks the best with the classic Sandman. If you know what I mean, the classics are always the best. Unless they find a way to improve the classic. Sometimes they overdo it, in my opinion. Classic Sandman next to the comic book Spider-Man. Really like those two together. So let's take a look at a few more figures. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends Mary Jane Watson in the Marvel Legends 1990s TV show Aunt May. Spidey will have to save them from Sandman. So here they are together. Sandman is still the tallest. Now let's take a look at the last 2 figures. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends Sandman and the Marvel Legends Retro Collective The Shocker. Kraven's the beefier of them all. Most muscular one. So there, these 3 are together. Kraven is also the tallest. And, yep, so they're the Kraven is the tallest. So now let's wrap this video up. Okay, now for the random fact. The random fact is that your teeth are the only part of the human body that can't self-heal themselves. Have fun with the random fact and have a nice week. Peace.